a lot of suffering that goes with ADHD. Like there's something called rejection sensitivity dysphoria. And I read that almost 80% of people with ADHD have this. And it's when your brain has an extreme emotional reaction to any perceived rejection, criticism, disapproval, or failure, even if it's super subtle or totally imagined. So it's very common in ADHD because our brains are wired for emotional intensity and often struggle with self-worth regulation. So this is an interesting topic to explore when it comes to dating, because I remember I asked Jillian Turecki on my podcast, maybe it was hers, no, my podcast. I asked her, how come sometimes getting rejected by somebody who maybe you've dated for 2 weeks can feel more painful than getting rejected by somebody who you've dated for a few years? And I think it's this phenomenon of rejection sensitivity dysphoria where you feel kind of just totally misunderstood, and the rejection is totally disproportionate to the relationship that you had, the depth of the relationship that you had with this person. But for some reason, your self-worth is so wrapped up in their perception of you because you feel like for much of your life, you've been really misunderstood. And I never thought of myself as somebody who has felt misunderstood. Like I feel like, I've always had a lot of friends and I've always felt kind of like a leader in one way or another. But when I think about it, it's like the names that they call people with ADHD are flaky, often late, lazy, unreliable. And you don't realize how that affects your subconscious from even such a young age to be kind of like maybe the kid who's always late because ADHD is genetic. Like I've gotten feedback like that for my whole life. And you almost have to work double in order for people to look at you as somebody who is a productive member of society. But I feel like going back to the dating thing with getting rejected by somebody that you feel doesn't really know you, I think it ties so deeply into that feeling of being misunderstood by society. And I think that it hurts more with somebody that you're not able to kind of show your whole self to, like that you weren't given a chance for them to get to know you better. And they only could see maybe the things on the surface that you might be insecure about. Tell you what some of the things that I've learned on the internet from this. And it can show up like someone doesn't text you back and you assume they're annoyed with you, or you sense a shift in tone during a conversation and you are kind of spiraling about it and blow it out of proportion. So all of that really resonates with me.